guys, this is Vicki from Houston. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you are all well today. And today I have a video for you that is all about my 60-year-old lips. Well, 61, you know, I'm still saying 60. I forget to add that year. But thanks to my dad and thanks to my mom, I have no lips really. I have a mirror right here and I'm looking and I don't see any, very little. So as you can see, I have no lipstick on right now. And, oh, my hair, what is going on? I am sorry, but if you hear explosions in the background, you're gonna know that they are popping firecrackers in my neighborhood. Why? A month early? Well, it's not a month. I guess it's a couple of weeks early. But it is usually like a war zone in my neighborhood around the 4th of July and on the 1st of each year. It's crazy. I mean, we get sparklers and we do get a couple of little things, but it's crazy in my neighborhood. So if you hear an explosion and you see that the camera goes off and I come back on, that's probably why. So as you can see, I have no lips, really. I have none. If you were flipping around and you just happened to catch me, thank you so much for watching. I hope you finish up and watch the whole video, and I hope you think about subscribing and hitting the notification bell. And for the others that have joined me before, thank you so much for coming back, and let's get started. So this video is going to be all about how to fake the fact that we no longer have lips if you are over a certain age. I did never have lips to begin with, really. I mean, I can remember in high school and after high school thinking, I don't have, you know, all these lips that these girls had and they were all plumped up, and I never had that. I did have injections in them. It was about 3 years ago, I think 2 or 3 years ago. It was before I had retired. I was probably in my late 50s, and it did help, and they were pretty. I enjoyed it, but they didn't last very long, and I just thought, no, my money would be spent better elsewhere. So, but I have learned some tricks by watching YouTube and watching some of the ladies on YouTube on what to do that makes your lips look a little fuller. So if you're like me, you have over 60 lips, or you have no lips like me, please watch this video. I'll show you what I do to make them look a little bit bigger, a little bit plumper, and a little bit more full. Especially my top one, I have nothing. So I think there are 4 steps to getting fuller lips. Oh, what am I having? A Hershey's Kiss. They were in my candy bowl and they've been calling to me all day. So, all right, let's get started. So the first step is you have to exfoliate your lips. And I know some people think, really? I don't have lips. Why would I exfoliate them? You have to exfoliate them to get them to look a little bit more full and also to get the dead skin off. I cannot believe the ladies that I see that their lips are all chapped and they're all broken. There's lots of ways to exfoliate your lips, I'm sure. Ulta, I think, has a really good exfoliator. Elf has an exfoliator that comes like it looks like lipstick. The 2 ways that I exfoliate my lips are, I take a toothbrush, and this toothbrush is wet. You probably can't tell it, but I take a toothbrush that's a little bit wet and I make small circular motions around my lips. And all of this exfoliation, I usually do it 1 or 2 times a week. I don't do it every day. So I take a wet toothbrush and I very gently exfoliate. The other way I exfoliate my lips, and I probably do this more often than the toothbrush, is I have some sugar scrub, and all this is sugar and a little bit of coconut oil and rose oil. I just get a little bit on my finger and just exfoliate. that is all there is to it. So now that the exfoliation is done, the second step is we have to line our lips. I am not the world's best lip liner. And for years and years, I did not line my lips. I didn't like it. I didn't like the way that I saw some people line their lips with really dark colors. But I have learned in the last years, as I've been watching YouTube and getting more into these videos, I have learned that for me, what I like to do is I want to line my lips, but I want to use a color that is pretty close to my lip color. I don't go for really dark. I don't go for really light. I want a color that is pretty close to my lips, what the color of my lips are, and I do overline my lips. As you can see, I barely have a lip here, so I overline on the top, I overline on the bottom, and I just go a little tiny bit outside where the color is. And the other thing I do is that I do not line here on the edges. So if you can tell, I'm gonna pull you in a little bit closer. You can tell right here, I have folds, and this kind of folds over. So if I line all the way there, and all the way to the corner, and all the way out, after I've talked for a minute or done anything, this is all glooped together. And invariably somebody will say, oh, you got lipstick all right here. I hate that. And to keep that from happening is you line, you do not start at the edge, you start above the edge and above the edge, and do not go all the way. Start there and start there. And that way, when this folds right here, it's not hitting product, and that product isn't just glooping up and, gooking up and getting all in the edge of your lips. So that is what I do. The other thing that I do is when I come up here, you have two options. You can go ahead and do your Cupid's bow, and I do most of the time. I go ahead and go up and come down and make the little Cupid's bow. But then I've also heard some people say if you just draw a cross, it makes your lips look a little bit fuller. I'm not sure that works, but so this lip liner that I'm going to use for this demonstration is by Juvia's Place. I don't know if y'all have tried any of these lip liners, but they're really great. This is called Lush. And like I said, you'll see when I put it on my lips, it is really close, not a whole lot different than the color of my lips. So I'm gonna get my mirror right here, and I'm gonna get up close. I just heard a horn. So if you can tell, I'm gonna start right, I'm not gonna start there. I'm going to go right there, and I'm going a little bit on the outside of my lip. Can you tell? Then I'm going to do this side and not start here, start about right here, and go on the outside. Okay, and like I said, not coming to the edge. And here, you can do whatever you want to. I'm going to overline a little tiny bit. But I'm still going to make that Cupid's bow. And then I'm going to take it's hard to talk and do this. And then I'm going to take this lip liner and I'm going to fill in just a little bit. I'm not going to fill in my whole lip, but I am going to fill in just a little bit. So watch. And what that does is it just kind of, it almost gives your lips a little bit of a look, like a two-toned look, and it also kind of helps your lipstick stay on. The other thing I do sometimes is I will smear this just a tiny bit. You don't want to take a finger and push really hard, but I do get on the edge and just kind of do that. And it just smears it just a little bit, like makes it look a little bit more natural. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. And I got to move my mirror a little bit. Again, I'm going to start right here and overline just a little bit. And fill in. Smear it a little bit if you want to. So one thing about doing this, you remember a while ago when I said I didn't have any lips? It looks like I have lips now. The next thing that you do, the third step, is of course after you overline and you fill in your lips a little bit, then you're ready for lipstick. The lipstick that I'm going to use today is also Juvia's Place. I love their lipstick. This is called Chic. Again, if you noticed, I'm not going to the edges again because that edge is going to do nothing but just glop up there. That's the third step. And the fourth step is we are going to take some type of a gloss or a lip plumper, and we are not going to put it all over our lips. We're just going to put it in the middle. So I have a lip gloss by Juvia's Place. It's glass. It's called It's Glass. And then I use that a lot. And then I also use this one by Buxom. And I think it's called White Russian 9477. I think that's what it is. So let's do the Juvia's Place. And this is just a really clear. And then if you wanted to put a little bit of Plumper. So that's it. I hope that you can tell a big difference. So at least I feel like I have lips. So again, the 4 steps are exfoliate, don't forget. Lip line, outside, forget the edges, don't do that. Well, you know, if you're 20 or 30, you can do that. If you're 40, 50, 60, my age, you can't do that. Third step, put your lipstick on. The last step is put your lip gloss or some lip plumper. So I hope you enjoyed this really quick video. If you are just flipping around and you're new to my channel, thank you so much. I know we are all busy. We are moms and dads and have kids and jobs, and if you have spent 5 or 10 minutes with me, I really appreciate it. If you are new, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel, and if you would give me a thumbs up, and if you would hit the notification bell, that would be great. And if you have been around for a while, I appreciate the support so much. And I hope this helped you. I want to see plump, pretty lips on all of you. And thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye from Houston. Hugs from me to you. See you later. Bye-bye.